All right, today, y'all, we're going to be making some really good, a little bit quicker spare ribs on the pit, on the pellet grill. I hope you enjoy it. Let's get these things done. Today, y'all, we're going to be doing some spare ribs. We got to clean up the spare ribs a little bit, so we're going to trim off some of the fat and see what we got. I don't like to trim too much, and we're not doing this for a competition. So this video is going to be for, you know, just cooking for your family. I'm not even gonna cut off, I forgot what they call it, like this part, because I just want to cook it all in one piece. I don't mind having this extra meat as long as I don't have too much fat. Now, if you want to, this is spare ribs. If you want to actually trim them down to where you just want to have just the rib parts on this side, then you just have to cut off that tail piece, you know, here, clean them up where you just have a little small rack. I'm not doing that today. We're going to cook it all in one because I'm not, my competition's going to be in my belly. That's all I'm going to be worrying about this afternoon is eating. Anything that I have that's a little loose, you can go ahead and I'm using my Culina knives, y'all. I'm not worried so much, you know, I just want them to be pretty just like they are. And we're going to be cooking them a little faster because we waited until it's almost 4 o'clock. I don't have time to cook these for 4 hours, like on 225 or 250. So we're going to be pushing that heat up a little bit. I am going to take this last little, we're going to leave that. I'm going to leave that little piece. As long as we don't have any of that, too much of that hard fat, I'm not really getting too picky here. So don't worry yourself about it. If you're having company over, they will appreciate it and they will like it all the same. I got one little hard piece right here that I am going to get off, get through that gristle. And now we're going to keep this simple. We're just going to use some olive oil for a binder. You can use mustard or whatever you want, and we're going to keep that seasoning pretty simple. Think about the seasoning. This is Southwest Mississippi. I do like to put like a sweet type rub on. And a lot of times when I cook my ribs, I'll cook them in the oven, but today they're going on the pellet grill. And when I cook them in the oven, I make sure that I wrap them, and I actually put my butter and brown sugar along with my rib rub that I make myself in there. But today we're going to be sticking them directly on that on the pellet grill, and we're going to cook them probably about 275, and I may crank up the temperature, and I'm just going to work with them. I'll wrap them until we get that bone to start pulling back about 1/4 of an inch, and they should be good to go, and then we'll slather them up with some barbecue sauce. So let's get our rib rub, and we're going to get these things seasoned up very generously, y'all. All right, so I've got my seasoning. I'm going to try to keep one hand. We got the brown sugar. I've got one of my mixtures of seasonings that's actually one of my saltier blends, so I'm going to have to be careful with that. And then I've got my sweet rib rub that I make myself. I'm not going to get crazy on the backside, but we are going to put enough, and we're going to pat this in. And you can see that when I make it, I actually put some brown sugar in it, and that's what makes it kind of clump up a little bit. I like that sweetness, you know. I just like that sweetness. I don't know exactly where that comes from. Maybe that Kansas City type or Carolinas, I'm not sure. But we're going to call it the Mississippi one, you know. All right, so we're going to make sure we have plenty left for the top. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of that saltier mix of mine. And we're going to be generous because a lot of this is going to come off. I mean, it's just a lot of it going to come off. I'm going to put some black pepper, some heavy black pepper on the top. That's where that West Texas style is going to come in. So just pat that in, and we only want to flip these over one time. And we're going to go in, let's go in with the salty first. Shake that up, and then I'm going to cover it with that sweet. Now we're going to stick the brown sugar on the top of it this time. So we're going to stick a good coat of our seasoning. And just use whatever kind of binder that you want. If you like using the mustard, I do know, not many people, but I do know some people that are allergic to mustard. So I know it usually cooks off, but I guess that's something that we need to, of course, I guess people could be allergic to olive oil too. All right, so we're going to come in with my sweet, and we're going to add more sweet on top. See them big chunks coming out? That's sugar coming out of this blend of mine. I'm going to break those sugar chunks up, and we're going to get some more, and we're going to top it off with that black pepper. So I'm just going to dump the brown sugar in my hand, and we're just going to stick some brown sugar on for now. And then once we cook a little bit, I'm going to actually add brown sugar in the pan, in the aluminum foil when we wrap it. I don't have any butcher paper. We're going to use aluminum foil today. And we're going to get it wrapped up with some butter and back on the pit for probably that last hour. So we're only looking at cooking these for about maybe 2 hours. We're going to see where we're at 2 hours, because this is pretty big. But I'm going to get the pellet grill, the Z grill heated up good. All right, now we're going to go in with some, this is some coarse black pepper. I don't know what like number it is, but it's pretty darn coarse. We want to put plenty of black pepper on here where we can see it, and we give them plenty of color. We won't have to worry about it. Now my rib rub does have a little bit of cayenne in it, but it's not going to be enough to, get too hot. Now we're going to let this, while we get the grill up to temp, we're just going to let them sit here and kind of sweat a little bit, maybe 15 minutes. And then directly onto the pellet grill, we're going to go at 275 degrees to start. And then we may up it on up a little bit at a time as I check it. All right, we're going to get ready to go out to the pellet grill. But first, I'm going to spritz them with a little bit of olive oil. And I'll probably spritz a little bit of apple juice as they're cooking, maybe every 45 minutes or so. But we're going to put a little bit of oil so we can crisp that top up and give them a good bark. They look good, y'all. Let's go put them out on the pellet grill. All right, y'all, so I ran it up to 300. I dropped it back down to 275. I'm going to get this top rack out of here because it's going to be in my way. And we're just going to set it off to the side. And then we're going to get the ribs, and we're going to just lay them right in there. And I'm just going to watch the temperature and watch how I'm going to turn the bone side out to me so I can actually see it. But we are going to be pulling them off, wrapping them anyway. So we're just going to get them and stick them right on the pit. Right in the middle. Like so. Ooh, they're going to be so good, y'all. So 275 is where we're at. We may bump up to 300. I'm not sure yet. But we're going to let them go and keep an eye on them and probably spritz them in about 45 minutes with a little apple juice. All right, y'all, so I got the ribs out. We got them back in. They've been cooking for almost 2 hours, almost 2 hours. They look really good already. We're going to get them on another pan, and we're going to use this pan to wrap with. So we're going to get our butter, and we're going to put down our brown sugar. So we're going to take some of our brown sugar, and we're just going to put all in the bottom, just like so, because we're going to do the meat down, is what we're going to do. And I'm going to put plenty because I want them a little, we're going to be brown sugaring and honeying up for like the next hour, or at least the next 45 minutes. So we're just going to make sure that we get plenty of that brown sugar across the whole bottom. We're going to take our butter, and we're going to just lay our pats of butter about as wide as the ribs are. It's going to take a good bit. You can put some squirt butter if that's what you have, whatever you want to use. It's going to melt anyway, and it's going to get all over the bottom side of that meat. And we're going meat down this time. The whole time we've been meat up, bone down. So this time we're going to go meat down. And we're just going to let that meat just cook all in this butter. I'm going to use all of this. So this was a little more than a half a stick. And we're going to call it pretty good. Got a little bit more. Whoop. And get it in there. Get that butter over to the side. And now we're going to try to flip it over. And we're going to do the meat side down. Just like so. Oh, I forgot. I wanted to use my hot honey, y'all. Oh. So hold on. Hang on. Let's go back over here a second. I got a stick of butter. I got brown sugar and everything all on it. I forgot I wanted to use my my hot honey. So stick that over there. Got a little bit of butter here. Watch out, Bowies. Don't get in a hurry. Don't get in a hurry, y'all. Because I did. I'm getting hungry and it's already almost 6:30. Whew. All right, so we're going to take that hot honey and we're going to lay that hot honey all down in the bottom. Just like so. I'm going to have to buy me another jar of this. And all of this is going to melt. It's going to make a really good. Now we're still going to be putting our barbecue sauce on at the end. I'll probably crank up the heat just a little bit. Get that seasoning down on there, buddy. All right, so let's try this again. Right on down. Right on down on everything right there. Now, I probably don't have enough aluminum foil for this. So we're going to, oh, we almost do. So we can get that wrapped up nice and tight. And then we're going to put it on another, we're going to wrap it again with another piece of aluminum foil because I knew these, I didn't trim these ribs like you would if you was in a competition. We're just eating these here. So we're going to wrap again with another piece of foil, like so. I'm not going to turn it over. We're just going to get that nice and wrapped up. Just to hold that steam in there. Make sure that it's good and tucked in. And back on the pellet grill we're going to go until, I'm going to go for at least another 45 minutes. I'm trying to rush these a little bit. They were already close to 180 degrees internal. I don't want to go any more than 200. And as soon as that meat starts backing off that end of the bone about 1/4 of an inch, we're going to be good to go and then let them rest. All right, so they've been wrapped, y'all, for about 30 minutes. This is a little bit different than maybe you're used to cooking since we've got a higher temp going and trying to get them finished up. So we're going to get them off. We're going to flip that meat side. Woo, Cooper's out here with us. Flip that meat side back up. We're going to crank that heat up because we're fixing to char them up. So we're going to kick it on up to high. Temperature-wise, we're good. We're going to check. Let's check through the aluminum foil real quick. Cooper. And let's see what we're running at. So we're at 203, 208. So we're actually more than I wanted to be, which is okay. It got a little bit faster. Woo. I knew that honey and that butter would be right there. So now we're going to open them up. And we're going to take and get them out of the wrap. And it's going to spill. And we're going to go back. Look at this. Now we're going to go back on high. And we're just going to get a little bit more color. You can see the bone. Y'all, the bone has separated about 1/4 of an inch. It's got good little flex to it. And we're gonna go back on the pit and we're just gonna char up the top because my wife said I like a little bit of char. So that's what we're doing. And if we have to sprinkle with a little bit more seasoning, we will. But we're gonna go back on and we're gonna give a little bit of color, which is not gonna take, we're gonna run it up to about 450. And this is not gonna take but about 15 minutes. And then we'll be coming off, let them rest, then we'll get them sliced up and we are ready to eat. All right, it's been about 10 minutes. You can see we're getting some smoke now. 455 degrees. Woo! We're just giving Melissa some color. You can see those bones, how they've separated. And we're gonna come on off and we're gonna let it, we're gonna go tint it. Oh Lord, look at that, look at that, oh. And we're gonna go let them just kind of rest under some tinted foil for about maybe 15-20 minutes before we start slicing them up. All right, so we had them tinted, y'all, for almost 20 minutes, about 18 minutes, and I can't wait anymore. So we're gonna untint. We're gonna get them moved over to the cutting board, and we're gonna start slicing. Look how pretty, y'all. Ooh, I had my tongs. And we're gonna get them over to the cutting board, where we're gonna look at that. Look at that bend. Ooh, got them bones showing through. Y'all, we fixing to eat good. We fixing to, total cook time took about, with the resting time and everything, about 3 hours, give or take, maybe a little more. Let me get my glasses on. Now what we're gonna do, we're just gonna kind of follow the bone, and we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna start slicing. I like to, oh my goodness. My wife is gonna be so happy. My wife is gonna be so happy. So happy. These are gonna not be quite that pull from, you know, fall off the bone, which is what we were wanting. I did not put any barbecue sauce. We decided, or my wife decided, that she didn't want any, I gotta find the bone, y'all. She didn't want any barbecue sauce on hers. She wanted just some nice, and I can't, I'm hitting a rib every time I go through here, I'm hitting one. So I'm just taking the Culina. Y'all, these are gonna be super moist. They're still gonna be fall off the bone, as you can see. They got a little bit more done than I wanted because this is gonna be 2 here. Well, let's see if we can go, here we go. Oh, they got up to about 215 degrees internal. So I let them go a little bit too long, but they are super moist. We're gonna just add our barbecue sauce. There's the 20-minute timer that I had on. You're not gonna be able to ask for much better though, y'all. I'm gonna leave this big one on the end. So I'm gonna try to get a piece up. Watch out, boo. The dog wants some. So we can kind of see. Let's get one of these center ones. Let's get one here. Woo, hot, hot, hot. And you can see that inside if she can get in on that. Y'all, look how moist. Look how moist and the juice. We're just gonna use whatever barbecue sauce you want on the side. They're gonna be absolutely, this is just that end piece that I know she's sitting back there like, I want some of that. Y'all. Super, super good. Y'all, we gotta eat. All right, so I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I hope you will give this type of spare rib cook on the pellet grill a try. Super good, y'all. We're gonna get our barbecue sauce, we're gonna get our sides, and we're gonna get us some supper to eat tonight. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope you will come back. If you enjoyed the videos, give us a thumbs up. Share the videos with somebody, with friends and family. Come back right here with the Bickhams anytime in our kitchen, y'all. And make sure you hit that subscribe button. Turn on your bell notifications so when you know we get another video up for you. And you can check us out at our withthebickhams.com blog. I hope to see you on the next video. I'll see you next time.